Calls for peace in Missouri appear to be working. The leader of the Missouri Highway Patrol, now in charge of policing the protest in Ferguson, says things are getting better. I'm Morgan Thompson, and this story tops your Newsmax Now update.
In our anger, we have to make sure that we don't burn down our own house, that we don't go down there and vandalize our own building. We can stand on the sidewalk and we can talk about our issues, we can talk about what we want and what we need and the conversation that needs to happen, and we can make that happen. But what I don't want is us to go down and burn our own neighborhood. What point? That does not prove a point.
For the first time in several nights, there was no violence during the protest last night. Today, the city's police chief released the name of the officer involved in the shooting and video of the victim allegedly robbing a cigar store. Officials are hoping for another night of calm today. Meanwhile, Senator Rand Paul says the initial law enforcement response to protests over the shooting death of Michael Brown was too extreme. The Kentucky senator blamed big government for essentially turning police forces into what he called small armies. He said while police have a duty to keep the peace, there is no need for a military response. Senator Paul also noted that the outrage the community felt after the teenager's death was understandable. He said there is no excuse for rioting and looting. And in West Africa, word is the Ebola outbreak that has torn through that region may last for another 6 months. While the virus has officially killed more than 1,000 people, Doctors Without Borders says the true death rate from the virus is unknown. And violence in the Ukraine, as officials say they destroyed part of a military convoy of Russian vehicles that crossed into that country. Russian officials denied the report, but a Ukrainian spokesperson said the vehicles had been painted white so they would be considered part of a peacekeeping operation. There were more than 250 trucks involved in the convoy, and Ukrainian officials said they destroyed a significant part of it. That's your Newsmax Now update. Now back to the Steve Malzberg Show.